Hello, it's Alexa here with Kelowna Now, and I'm sitting down with Wisdom, Wealth, and Wellbeing. I don't have Anita, who I usually have in studio, but I am so thrilled to meet. This is our first time meeting and learn more about Crystal Carlson, who's the new director of the Kelowna branch. So, Crystal, we have some exciting things just happening in a couple days, and you get to add your own little sparkle to this amazing event. So, can you tell us what is May 10th and what's going on?
Yeah, thank you, Alexa, for having me. And I am the new director here in Kelowna, and I'm thrilled to kind of walk in Anita's footsteps of what she's already established here. I think we have a wonderful following and a wonderful community. My sparkle, as you called it, or the magic that I'm bringing, is going to be a family-friendly event. As working moms, we're always away from our kids, and then it's another amazing event, but that means we're not able to spend that time as a family. So my event that's coming up is going to be family-friendly, financial literacy. Come with the whole family. We're going to teach the little ones, the teenagers, everybody the value and the importance to know about how to manage your money. A very vulnerable, topic as well. I know there's resistance to this, but we're going to make it fun, engaging, and what we do best is make sure we feel a sense of community. We're all in it together. We're all here to learn and grow together. So I'm so thrilled to bring this to life. My family and I just went to Disneyland, so that's kind of why I'm sprinkling in the Disney theme.
Yeah.
Because one, we got a lot of Disney ears. Two, it's just such a magical place. So why not recreate that here in Kelowna?
So what kind of Disney are you bringing? I saw face painting.
Yeah, we got a bouncy castle. So it looks like my daughter calls it her favorite castle. So it's literally a castle, bouncy castle. And then we've got face painting. We have princesses. There is 5 princesses and a prince that's going to come and sign autographs, and you get your character photos.
Disneyland in Kelowna.
Disneyland, yeah. There's a wonderful company called Magical Moments. And so I found them, and they have these amazing outfits, and the princesses are coming to life. And then there's also going to be all the books, all the coloring, all the games, all the dancing that we're going to do is all going to be to the theme of Disney.
Can you share a little bit, like, who are the princesses?
Yes. You're putting me on the spot here. But
you don't have to name them all. You would give us a
The only
teaser.
one that is not coming, how about we start with that, is Frozen. So we don't have Elsa, but we're going to have Moana. We're going to have Elsa, or sorry, not Moana.
Anna.
Cinderella, Rapunzel, Belle, and
the classics.
The last one I'm missing.
Blanking. That's okay. The classics.
There is going to be a prince.
Amazing. Okay, I think this is awesome. I believe, like, I'm 33 years old. My husband's a banker, but I really wish, like, I just feel like I still don't feel like I'm fully in control of finances or fully understanding it. When you're a creative person, like, numbers don't sound fun, but it's so important. If I could go back, and you hear people say this all the time, but this really is, like, take it from people that are older. You can start saving so much earlier just with a little discipline and just knowledge and getting into stocks earlier and working with someone. Like, I think this is so important to teach your littles, teens, and adults.
Absolutely. I mean, the topic is compound interest.
Yeah.
So if you started at 18 and you're 30, the amount of residual income that you have just from year over year growth, you've made yourself a copious amounts of money that you didn't have before. But also, there's a key component here where, like, money brings in a lot of emotional ties. We all know how to make money, but we were not taught in school how to save and invest and, have somebody kind of guide us. And if whatever your family background was, maybe your family was very frugal and thinks scarcity, so they didn't look to spend much money, then you're constantly going to be in this feeling of like money is sparse.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
on the other hand, you could come from a family that didn't set up any budgeting and just spent frivolously, and those are really the only things that taught us how to manage our money is
Right.
your subconscious.
Yeah.
So all of that emotional stuff is good to recognize and good to confront, to say, I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to have a change in my behavior. And for parents out there, what better time is it for us to bring this topic forward to teach the littles, to teach the teenagers these skills now, because it's not going away. The cost of living is not getting less, and we all need to be smarter with our money.
Well, and I think it's so important to even just have that conversation. Like like old school thinking was men, you know, there was a big thing about genders and women not having rights to open bank accounts and all this kind of stuff. So we've evolved to this where women, you know, we can open our own bank account. We can have credit cards in our own name and stuff like that. But I do think it's really important as a family because, like you said, depending on how you were brought up with finances, kind of important to take it in as yourself too and feel what are your values, what are your needs, what are your wants, because that will help you in future when you create your own family. Maybe one day, maybe it won't work out because, you know, you have this person over here that doesn't want to do anything and wants to just hold all their money, while this person, you kind of need a balance, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I definitely think that people don't talk about it. They're scared to. It's nerve-wracking. People may feel dumb or like shame.
Yeah. And I will speak very, very honestly. I have a spending addiction. So I'm not coming on here saying I have it all figured out. I know, you know, what needs to be done. It's like, I know the budget that I've set out for myself. And then there's the, you know, the dopamine addiction that I have a need to go shopping. And then all of a sudden I'm confronting myself being like, ooh, why'd you spend that much?
Yeah.
So this is just a mental game that we all have to mitigate as well. And when we put into our mental health and to our physical health, the only piece that is sort of lingering over here is we're not putting in and flexing that muscle to our financial well-being.
Yeah.
And, you know, so looking at your actions and just giving yourself some grace and knowing that we're all trying to flex this muscle and improve it. No different from going to the gym every morning. It just takes routine. It takes initiative and discipline.
Yeah.
And then that discipline will make you feel really good about yourself if you just say, I can do this one small step at a time.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you for sharing and being raw and real. I feel like it is an emotional thing. Like when you've been like super down or like not feeling good, you're like, I'm going to go treat myself, or I need to go spend money on this and that high. And then you usually come back down and feel worse because you're like, I didn't actually have the money to just like, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to work on just like cold plunging instead of shopping, like getting my dopamine elsewhere.
Or going and exercise.
Or exercise or anything, cooking. There's all these ways to feel accomplished.
Yeah.
But
But sometimes you need support and people and events like this. Okay, so I saw tickets. Like tickets are cheap.
Yeah, I wanted this to be very affordable and just getting people through the door. We have some wonderful sponsors that have, you know, really stepped up. Beam Credit Union is the new Interior Savings.
Okay.
They've purchased multiple branches all over BC. And so they're coming to the table to, you know, really showcase their financial assistance as well. And then, so for a family to come, I mean, it's $50 to get in the door. You get VIP, the face painting and the pictures with the princesses. So
that sounds like a pretty good deal nowadays. When you think you just go to the movies and you get, you know,
popcorn for that much.
Popcorn and pop and tickets for everyone. That's like $150 night out kind of.
And full transparency, like we went to the circus last weekend and we bought tickets on Saturday. So I know Kelowna is a bit last minute, especially when it is families. Like you just don't know how you're going to feel at the end of the week. But I encourage you, this is an event that's going to be powerful. It's going to be fun. It's the day before Mother's Day. So
great.
all
So
the
you
moms
could
out there,
Yeah.
come as a family, then take the day off the next day. At least that's what I'm planning on doing.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I saw a few speakers. Do you want to touch on who's speaking at the event?
Yeah, so we've got Launch Okanagan. So the 3 pillars that we do at Wisdom Wealth Wellbeing is always the community aspect, the educational piece, and the charitable organization. So just to talk about Launch Okanagan, who is also local here, helping families, helping individuals just start and be educated. They have Dollars and Cents program, which is a great way to just join their free program and just get some educational tips. So Launch Okanagan is the charitable organization. We also have FinSmart, which is a lady who's coming, relocating to Kelowna. She is currently my financial coach. So again, I have no problem sharing that I have a therapist and I also have somebody in my corner who is my financial coach. And the reason I have her is she holds us accountable. Yeah, we can all make these budgets. We can all talk about what we want to do. But this lady is there to actually see the action happen. So Tanya is doing her movement to change everybody's knowledge is just beautiful. And so she's coming to speak on the financial coaching side of things. Another benefit to having her is she's an unbiased advocate in your corner because she's not there making commission off of you. She is just being paid hourly to be your coach. So she has added so much value in our life on what is the nice blend between how much am I direct investing, how much is under plan, and which funds am I choosing and why. And so she's educated me so much just from having her, happily handhold me through some of this process of choosing who we're working with and what we're doing. And then as well, I've got Crystal Holden. She is also coming from Calgary, but she has a practice here in Kelowna as well. Crystal is magnificent in what she's doing. She's educating, running events like this. Her focus is she is a financial planner. She calls herself the financial cheerleader. She is just incredible with her message. And I know that everyone who's going to listen to what she has to say is going to walk away with some really inspiring ways to, step into some different areas of maybe what they're currently doing. Lastly, we got a couple other sponsors that are going to be there. So there's a ton of great opportunities to come in, win some prizes for the littles, and also walk away. Walk away with some, amazing swag bags and goodies. If you do want to donate to the charitable organization, some of the prizes are upwards of $1,800.
Wow.
So it's beautiful to see what the community has done to come forward and link arms with us. I'm just honored to be in this role and getting to do this.
Very exciting.
At an event.
Well, if you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents, you don't feel comfortable talking to your partners about money, these are also good events for you to come on your own with family. Really just get out there. I was actually at an event last week, and there was a grade 10er that attended and a few grade 12ers that were attending these business events, and it was awesome. Very cool. He was on his own. So I just love seeing that that there's these young kids out there that are just wanting to take that extra step, and he's trying to grow his own business, so he's trying to network and learn, and you're like, how old are you? And he's like, 16. And I'm like, I was not doing that at 16, but this is what I mean. There are easy steps you can take to be less anxious about money.
Absolutely.
And a coach. I never even thought about that. You think of trainers for your fitness and your health, but a coach there that can help, take your husband and your wife, or your wife and your wife, and help guide you without having that, like a therapist. You have someone there, not being very transparent, and you're not the bad guy at the end of the day.
Exactly. Absolutely. And I find it's just, Yeah, it's the accountability piece. So I like to look at this as even having a financial planner.
Yeah.
We can all go on these wonderful apps, Questrade, Direct
yeah.
Investing, whatever it is, and you can run your own portfolio. That's fantastic. But are you taking advantage of all the grants that are out there, or
No.
all the other, intels on how you can better grow your money? And that's where we can also clean our own house. But what is your best use of your time and money? So for me, having a cleaner allows me to do more to grow my business, where having a financial planner takes some of that extra stress and time off my plate, and I can still have a little bit that I play with direct investing. But the planner is somebody who's in your corner also, and is just the expert in this space. So yeah, I like to say, we can all hire a personal trainer because we don't actually trust ourselves to go to the gym unless you pay somebody a little bit more money. Not that it's all about that, but it's just like that accountability piece is really what works for me and my family.
But also, like, that person's an expert, and like for me, I'm numbers, blah. Like, I did not like accounting in school. Like, that is what I mean. Like, if you don't like this stuff, but it's so important, that's why having a coach and like talking and learning these things, because you don't have to do it alone. You can have support. Okay, so make sure, Kelowna, don't be so last minute, and go check it out. We'll add the link to this article, but you can also go to Wisdom Wealth Wellbeing website. There's Instagram. You can reach out, DM them. They are very responsive, very community driven. So go learn something, have some fun, take photos with your kids, with princesses. You don't have to go to Disneyland this year. And we'll see you on May 10th.
Thank you.